like to welcome you. Hope that you're having a nice Thursday. This is our last session of the week, and it's important for us to finalize our thoughts about the Shemitah and moving into the year, thinking about what we release, thinking about what we need to let go of. And we talked a little bit yesterday about the idea of taking control and having control and needing control, and where can we let a little bit of that control go. Rabbi Sam Feinsmith in the Institution for Jewish Spirituality also talked about this idea that we live in a material world, and sometimes our desire to accumulate stuff, to have things, can cloud us in terms of what our goals are in life and how we can live a fulfilling life. Because as many of us have found out, that sometimes when you desire something, upon receiving that thing or purchasing that thing or acquiring that thing, it doesn't necessarily give us the life fulfillment that we thought it might. That to say, oh, if I would only have the perfect car to drive, or the perfect phone, or the perfect TV, I'm just kind of looking around, the perfect computer, the perfect clothes, the perfect jewelry, the perfect house, the perfect apartment, the perfect job. That when we think that we need something beyond ourselves that's going to make our life better, sometimes we find that that thing we're looking for may not be anything material at all. Sometimes, having certain material items can make our lives easier and can help us to live our lives. But those things, anything, really, it won't give us the lasting fulfillment that I think a lot of us are looking for in life. It can help us to have one nice day. It can make us feel better about ourselves a little bit, that we were able to acquire whatever it is that we want. For so many of us, we can't. So many of us are hungry and don't even have the basic necessities. And yet here we are in this country, and I dare say, we that are on this call, we are privileged people to be able to live in freedom. As we're finding in Afghanistan, that there's freedoms are just, boom, taken away from them like that. So we think about our lives and how materialistic we can be, and how we can search for the thing that's going to make our life better. Maybe. It might not. But I think it's important for us to just think about, what are those things that we really need? What is it that gives us fulfillment? Is it any particular thing? Like if we were to think about this year, this Shemitah year, as being something that we kind of leave behind, something that that we don't do for a year. We let the land go fallow. Is there something that we can do? Some particular thing. It's like, I'm just going to throw this out there, but, instead of getting Starbucks every day, maybe it's 2 days a week. That we take our bike to work instead of driving a couple days a week. That we think about those material things that we think make our life better, and to say, maybe I can go without that for a little while at least, or maybe a couple days of the week I don't go on my phone. Personally, I try to use Shabbat if I can, for something where don't purchase things, don't go on the phone and social media, and try to take that day where I kind of leave behind a kind of Shabbat, right, of the week, where I leave behind those physical things. Perhaps that we can think about, is there something in our material world that we can leave behind for a year, that we can go without, just like the land is left fallow? Is there something that we desire in our lives that we not just ask for, but bring to ourselves because of our means? And is there a way that we just don't have that this year? Or one day a week? Or 1 hour a day to take just kind of a break? And again, to kind of expand ourselves, look outside of ourselves, to look in and say, what is it that I really need? The mindfulness practice is to notice what it is that I need at various certain times, perhaps, and to say, do I really need that? Is that something that is going to fulfill my life, make me live a more self-fulfilling existence? Or is it something that's just, a thing that can or can't give me gladness, but it's fleeting, as is everything. And it, again, reminds us that life isn't about stuff. Life's about that living, breathing being that we are, and how it interacts with other living, breathing beings. Sometimes we're giving, sometimes we're taking. For these particular meditations, we're really thinking about this idea of what do we take? Why do we take it? What do we really need? When you come right down to it, what do we really need? So, why don't we get into a comfortable position, get ourselves ready for our meditation, our concentrating on our breath, our finding stillness and peace. This is one of those things, right? We take ourselves away from that regular day, and we put ourselves into a place where we're reflecting upon ourselves. Part of this is like Shemitah. Part of this is leaving the world outside, letting it just happen, and taking a moment to come back and think about what's important for us. What do we really need? What are the things that we have in our lives that we really need? And what is excessive? What is it that we could easily do without? And not only would our lives be the same, but they actually might get better. These are just some of the things we can think about as we go quiet today. we approach our last 5 minutes or so together, we ask for two feelings. May I feel joy, and may I feel whole. Bring ourselves to a place of joy, sometimes even when we're feeling a little dark, to ask for the feeling of joy, of gladness. And then to feel whole, to feel as if we are who we are, and we are fully that, and we're doing everything we can to reach our potential of wholeness, that there's balance, that our life has some meaning. May I feel whole. May I feel joy, and may I feel whole. Ask yourself those questions on each breath, out loud to yourself in a whisper. May I feel joy. May I feel whole. May I feel whole. May I feel joy. May I feel joy. May I feel whole. May I feel joy, and may I feel whole. May I feel joy. May I feel whole. And if you'd like to invite someone in your mind's eye to stand in front of you or sit in front of you, and you can ask, may you feel joy. May you feel whole. May you feel joy. May you feel whole. May you feel joy. May you feel whole. May you feel joy. And may you feel whole. Stay like that for a couple of breaths. May you feel joy. May you feel whole. May you feel joy. And let's bring it back to ourselves. You can ask yourself that question a little bit. May I feel joy. May I feel whole. May I feel joy. Whole. And then let's just end just thinking about our breath, feeling it enter our body and leave. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you were able to find stillness and peace. May you feel joy, and may you feel whole, And may you have a beautiful Shabbat, a wonderful evening, and a wonderful weekend. Take care.